Hi everyone, Damian here, Self-Defense Company, and this is a video that's been going around about the brutal stabbing of the young girl in Charlotte. Um, yeah, of course, warning. We show the entire thing here. So if you don't want to see violence and you don't want to see her literally passing out, passing on the train, uh, please, you know, don't watch the video. The Just a brief setup. I'm sure most of you know this, but this happened in Charlotte. It was on a light rail train. There's a 23-year-old victim, Iryna Zarutska. She left Ukraine because of the war with Russia, came here with her family. She was an artist working in a pizza shop. The perpetrator, we will not say his name, had a career of crime and mental illness. This poor soul was arrested at least 14 times in North Carolina for crimes ranging from assault and firearms possession to felony robbery and larceny dating back to 2007. Should note that his own mother is quoted on TV station WSOC that her son was schizophrenic and should have never been allowed to roam the streets. He was out on cashless bail. Later, his older sister or his sister, I don't know if she's older or not, said that he stabbed her because she was reading his mind. So you've got multiple failures of the world we live in, and this is the result of it. So we're going to look at this from a tactical perspective, looking at people's reactions and the reality of what you're facing out there. So let's just play through the video once. Again, we've included everything in this video from her getting onto the train to the actual attack and what happens after. It's disturbing. Every time I see videos like this, I get sick to my stomach, as I'm sure most normal people do. I think this is why I got into this world in the first place. I've got a daughter around the same age. This is brutal. So let's just take a look. All right. Okay. So, um, first, I don't care who you are. Um, if you're, John Wick or Jason Bourne, you're sitting there without any warning. Somebody behind you is in your personal space, gets up and starts stabbing you. There's nothing you can do. You're going to get stabbed. Uh, I know there's maybe some people thinking that you could, karate your way out of this. No, I'm getting stabbed. I don't care who you are. You're getting stabbed. There's no reaction time, right? There's no um, preemptive, strike. I mean, even if, somebody was, even if a lot of emotionally disturbed people, they'll wind themselves up to get to violence. In this case, this guy looked like he was everyone else on that train. Uh, Staring out the window. You have people looking at their phones. You know, this guy's the back staring out the window, phone, phone, phone. It's like a normal everyday commute. So the only thing you could possibly do is pick another seat. Now, on this side of the train, there's really no other seat because he doesn't look more of a threat than anyone else, these other four males here. You could make an argument that he could sit here, even though you do see somebody come up later. So who knows what told her to take that seat? Other than that, it was the first available option. I mean, you shouldn't have to be killed for it, but that's what happened. So here you have, you can't react, right? If at all, if you can, you want to pick a seat with your back to the wall with nobody behind you. I mean, I know my kids will always call me crazy. When I go into places, I'm looking for alternate exits and sitting with my back to the wall. That's it. And I'm going to tell you, you know, even someone like myself, I'm going to sit, maybe, I don't know. This is like impossible. It really is. I mean, I know what we all think about, we're whatever, Chuck Norris or whatever shit. You're going through your everyday, and you're going through places where you commute all the time. You generally see the same people, where you go to lunch, where you go to work, how you get to work. You get used to that environment. So it becomes your second home. You're like, okay, I'm on the train. I'm going to get home. You're thinking about, what you're, leaving work behind, and you're thinking about what you got going on next. Okay, these areas of transition, you got to keep your alert levels up, and it's hard. It's hard. Now, that's it. As far as whatever technique, don't even start. Don't even start. Um, you can't. I mean, there's no. I mean, by the way, he's carrying a legal folding pocket knife, if you will. So it's not a gun. It's not some tactical thing. It's just a folder he took out of his pocket. Now, here, I will say the men on the train, as soon as even if he thought he was just hitting her, because you can't tell, right? You can't tell if he's got a knife in his hand or he doesn't. It looks like he's kind of hitting her weird. So you've got these men here, no reaction. Not even just to say, hey, what are you doing? Stop. Nothing. I get there's going to be a reaction time because even if you're, in a job where you're used to dealing with violence, we call that the oh shit moment where you're, even when you're there and your purpose is to use force and some guy gets squirrely and goes for it, there's a brief moment in your head. You're like, holy shit, he's really going for it. Okay. And then I switch over. So these are not trained professionals doing a job. These are people, regular people trying to get through their day without actually getting, stabbed to death with this poor girl. So, I get that they didn't immediately leap to their feet, but then afterwards, no human compassion. Now you're watching her and now she's realizing something's gone. So you can see her look in her eyes. I mean, when you're under stress and you're severely injured or wounded, your body's got a really unique way, interesting way of like handling the pain. I'm like, it will shut you down. So when you don't really feel pain immediately, you should be very concerned because something is seriously wrong. So she's figuring out. I mean, a lot of people, you get shot, you get stabbed. It feels like burning. It feels wet. It feels like an electric shock. Um, it doesn't feel like you think it's going to feel because your body like shuts down. It's like, we're in trouble. We got to get this thing taken care of. She knows something is definitely wrong. She's realizing that, she's starting to lose blood. She's, obviously like your blood pressure starts to drop. So she's in full panic mode. And the fact that she didn't say anything, I get it from, the Good Samaritan point of view, at least for a moment, to be like, oh, she seems fine. But, the human in you would be like, look, are you fine? I'm like, you don't have to sit there and, you can call 911. You can hit the emergency stop on the train. There's things you can do to get the cavalry in there to get her immediate help. So that right there is, okay, boys, what are you doing? And I don't even know what's going on the other side of the car. I know there's people there. So none of these men are stepping up. I'm sure all of them have probably talked some shit in their lives. It's now what? So, this woman doesn't even have any, inclination to just be like, did that dude what did he just do to you? Like nobody's asking, right? And you're looking, you're there, when somebody's in trouble. You can feel it. Um, and it gets even worse because this is like 30 seconds where she now nobody, she falls down and we've got it's 109. So 10 seconds. Coming on 20 seconds. She's dying. And nobody is even concerned. People are animals. I can't, you're coward animals. I can't believe this. This is the shocking, the most shocking of all. You saw something happen. All these people should be held accountable. Just not to have to go fight some guy with a knife, to just say, "Holy shit!" Nobody's getting up to help this poor girl who's dying. No one. All of you, all of you should be ashamed of yourselves. That's fucking disgusting. So, final note on this, and of course, leave all your comments, everything below. Fuming. Besides this, a complete breakdown of the system. Of course, you got police that are there. Well, we've got cameras on there. Yeah, cameras to go catch the guy after the fact. The reality is this: you're on your own. And if you're not doing something to protect yourself, if you don't realize this, that in general, other than your family, no one gives a shit. Okay. This is the world we live in. This is it. And I'm the crazy one. I'm the one that overreacts. I'm the guy who invented, concealable body armor. I'm the guy who, whatever, right? I'm the guy, blah, 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 whatever. Yeah. This is why, people, you're on your own. You have to fight for yourself. And, this poor girl, oh my God, my heart breaks for her and her family. They left a war to get here. And this is what happens. This is welcome to America. All right, I'm done. That's gross. I'm sorry. Hopefully, we can pull something from this. And maybe next time, oh, and what happens when you do step up? I don't know. What happened to the former Marine who was in New York City that choked that dude out and killed him? What did we do to him? Oh, racism, prosecution, all that shit. You know, and I say they, I mean, the government is there not to protect you, it's to keep you helpless and harmless. That's what they want. They want you scared, they want you dependent on them. Even if a cop was in there, nothing he could do other than shoot this dude and put him out of his fucking misery. Holy crap. So yeah, no one's no concealed carry here, no nothing. Unarmed people against a broken individual. Tragedy all around. Okay, leave your comments below. Again, until next time, people, Tread honestly.